Yeah, come and fuck with us. Where we posted every Friday. See them corner emojis, then you know a nigga wildin'. Jada Gemini.
The Instagram is called Naja and Daniel, right?
Yeah, it's just Naja and Daniel.
Just Naja and Daniel. So, this next topic, as you guys can see in the corner, we're going to be talking about mental health. There are two people that I want to talk about, and it's mainly going to be the hypocrisy of, like, how people try to come off as so, like, pro mental health advocacy. And, oh, you want to cheers? Okay.
Before shit gets real.
Ugh.
All right,
people like to be so pro mental health. People like to say, oh, let me know if I am friends with your abuser. If I am following your abuser, let me know. They love to do that. They love to say, if you're ever in a dark space, you could come to me. They love to do all that shit, but when the reality is, when people are actually going through mental breakdowns, bro, people think that shit's funny. People think it's funny. They fucking consume it, because at the end of the day, it's human nature. We love a good train wreck, but I feel like it's an ethical factor comes into it when it is a sick person. Now, when it is just what can I say? I don't want to say normal, but a stable-minded individual, I guess, self-sabotaging and shit is one thing. But if it's somebody who cannot consent or somebody who is not a sound mind, and so I just don't think it's right to make them the butt of a joke. So the main person who I've been seeing being the butt of the joke is this YouTuber. Her name is Dymond. She has been spiraling for months on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Months. Like, and I was gonna like show you guys some videos and stuff, but like honestly, this girl's been exploited enough. Like, I just wouldn't even feel comfortable making money off of showing this girl spiraling like that. Like, this girl,
who's putting her, like, is she voluntarily putting herself out there like that though?
She was in the beginning. She was the girl, I don't know if you remember, but way back when, there was these 3 people and they were new to YouTube, and they did this prank where they pretended that they were cheating with each other. It was a dude, his best friend, and
like
his girlfriend.
YouTuber,
okay, I'm trying to explain though. It was this dude, his girlfriend, his best friend. But it was a prank within a prank. You remember that? And I was like, nobody's done that on YouTube before.
Because they had like both sides type shit.
They had both sides. They had tricked all the drama channels and all that shit and everybody into thinking that it was one way, and then boom, it flipped and it was another way.
Okay, I'm just collecting all the pieces here.
That's them. So then that same couple, turns out it was actually an abusive relationship. He was emotionally abusive, physically abusive, stuff like that. And then that's when her dad went on YouTube. Remember when her dad was fucking wilding?
If you see this on the fucking highlight, if you're going through some shit, there's hotlines.
No, there are definitely hotlines, bro. Like, there are
taking that shit if you ain't.
There are chat lines. If you don't want to physically talk to people, you can do live chats and stuff like that. Like, her dad, I agree. SA in the chat says her family seems toxic. I do agree, because I was just getting onto her dad or whatever. Like, her dad just comes off very like enabling. Honestly, the main person I really felt for was her mom, because it felt like her mom really had no say, and like she was just trying to vocalize like, look, obviously the camera needs to be off. Like, the camera, because her dad was so pro like her live streaming and like doing all this stuff. But long story short, she went through psychosis. She got roofied at a strip club. She turned up to her ex's house, a whole mess, and like they fucking humiliated her. And then she got Baker acted. She's in Florida, mind you. She's in Broward. We're in Florida as well. When you get Baker acted, bro, and she's recently, now that she's of sound mind, she said she got Baker acted as a Jane Doe. Like, bro, that's fucking dangerous.
They made her ass go missing if they wanted to.
If she was an organ donor, they could have made, like, I don't know her business, but, bro, she could have fucking went missing. Like,
shit crazy.
And you hear all this shit, how I'm telling you this, right? You know the main consensus of her story is, oh my God, this bitch is crazy. Oh my God, look at her. She's fucking crazy. She's speaking Spanish. She's in the street. She's not even Spanish. She got one shoe on. Oh my God, she's at the street. And it's like, bro.
And now she's never supposed to have guns again. Like, not even like chance.
She's fucked.
No chance. Like,
She's
even
fucked.
I got a chance. She ain't got no chance. Like, that shit crazy, bro. And then, like, they sit your ass in there for, like, days, fam. Like, until your ass get right.
Latoria said there's a video of her messing up her ex's car. Yeah, she messed up her ex's car and put
She the one that blew up the Jeep?
No, she put food on her ex's car, right? That's not vandalism. Just wash your car. Wash your car. She didn't break windows and shit.
But if you put certain processed food on, like bologna or ham, if you put that shit on the paint during the sun, it'll oxidize real fast and fucking corrode your paint real quick. And expensive cars have a lot of plies.
I'm not trying to be super fucking technical. All I'm saying is that YouTube is acting as if this bitch slit his tires, busted his windshield, and fucking put beans in his exhaust or something. Bruh. That's what they're acting like she did when she was not right. This bitch put food on his car, and then they put food on her own car. That's what it was. It wasn't his car. His girlfriend put food on her car. She had a Lambo, and they put food all in her car. I just don't want to show the videos because me personally, bro, I have a mental illness. And I wouldn't want nobody fucking showing no videos of me on a fucking circus reel. Like, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up when everybody passes around, like, shit.
Yeah, like, that's fucked up.
Like, when they found that shit at my job, and it was like, bro, why are you passing that shit around? But it just goes to show, like, niggas really don't care about you like that a lot of the time, bro. And it sucks. But you really got to pay attention to the small things, bro. And don't let people take advantage of you like this. Like, there's 19... I don't know what the fuck's going on.
There's 19,000 people in here. In this video, she was having a mental breakdown saying she's Spanish because the woman that she was roomed with when she was Baker acted at the mental hospital was Cuban. And she thought because that woman was speaking Spanish that now she's fluent in Spanish and she's trying to make music. Her dad is in the background egging it on. And then her mom gets off of work in this live and says, can you please turn the phone off? Turn the phone off. You need to turn the phone off. Like, stop. Yeah. And they're just trying to get her to turn this shit off. So she does end up getting on antipsychotic medication and she makes a video basically telling people what happened and how she went through a prolonged period of psychosis because she got off of drugs. Basically, she quit cold turkey, and that's not what you're supposed to do with the drugs she was saying she was on. You need to go to detox, and that's what happens to a lot of people. They quit drugs cold turkey, and they do end up fucking warping, especially if you do uppers.
But like a lot of niggas go to detox and still end up getting Baker acted though. Some niggas are just
it'll
too
still
far
happen.
gone.
Yeah, it'll fuck up your mental, bro. It will definitely fuck. Like shit, me, I didn't start having
withdrawals, essay, but like actual
actual psychosis, bro. Like shit, me personally, I didn't even start having bipolar episodes until I was fucking 20. Like, bruh, that's when I stopped using drugs. Like, it's for real. That's why I really felt for her. And it sucks that when she did her apology, where she did apologize, and I thought that was very dope of her because a lot of people with mental illness don't take accountability. And she did say, you know, I apologize to all these people involved in XYZ. And people are still making fun of her. And it's just so weird to me how people are so PC about certain things. But it's like, y'all are like legit. Now, if this girl kill herself, what? Like what the fuck?
People love to fucking ride that train when it's on fire. Right. But the second it derails, everybody's shook. And it's been like that for so long on so many issues. Like, niggas sit back and laugh at things like the butt of a joke. Right. Like that thing that we're not talking about tonight, but like where it's like everybody knows that certain shit's going on. And like, you can call it what you want, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be happening like that, bro. Right. But nobody really talks about it. But if some shit really went left and motherfucker get knocked off or somebody gets like real deal like assaulted, you're like,
yeah, and that's how
shit.
It was crazy. Even in her apology, she even said like, and that's how I knew like, okay, she's back, because she's speaking clearer, but she is speaking a little bit slower. It's obvious she's on a antipsychotic. Like, she's acting like a person on an antipsychotic. Like, they're still able to be coherent, but you could tell they're a little bit slowed down. But she did say, she was like, look, I do apologize for my ex for coming up on his property, because I live in Florida. At the end of the day, he could have shot me. Like, I could have died. So it is what it is. And she was like, and he would have got away with it. It would have been justified. Yeah. Like, so I don't know. She just said a lot of real shit. And it was just really disappointing that the main consensus was people like still ridiculing her and still thinking this is funny, when it's just like, bro, it's not funny, bro. Like, and then her little brother, bruh, she apologized to her little brother, too, because she had his ass in the whip doing all that shit. Like,
let me fuck your head up.
What?
So, the system's so fucking broken, though, because somebody said, like, they only care about certain... Oh, it's Patricia's...
Yeah, some people only care about
certain
ones.
They only care about certain ones, but if you look at certain communities, bro, whether it be, like, Hispanic, some, or African-American, a lot of niggas, especially from our generation... Yeah. Bro, our parents was not going for that shit, fam. Nope. Like, I know for a fact I probably have some type of attention deficit, because, like, I always felt off balance until, like, you know what I'm saying, later on in life and shit. And I learned how to cope with things. And, like, I know for a fact sometimes, like, I'll be off, bruh. And I delete all the apps and just back the fuck off, because I know
for a second. Yeah.
You can't be like that, bro. But that's when you're this popular, you need a whole person around you to monitor you. And I know niggas be like, oh, that's some handler Illuminati shit, but like, for real, if you are not all the way there sometimes and you have that big of a constituency, because somebody also said they think influencers are supposed to be perfect, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
Because we are all humans, but at the same time, there is responsibility that comes with all this shit.
Yeah.
Because you can't have little kids that are your fucking prime audience seeing you freak the fuck out. And I know it seems so juvenile, but even the little kids, something like putting food on cars, that ain't right.
No, seriously, like, I want to put this into perspective too, because a lot of people love to try to brush over the fact that this content is directed towards kids. Even the people that love to make videos about this girl and her boy and her ex and his ex's ex and all that shit, you know, those adults that are making those videos about her and shit, like, it's like, bro, it's bad. It's just bad. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
It is bad, but in the sense that it's so childish how they go about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I was talking about. That this is for kids. That's what I was going with that this is for kids. Even the adults that are making, like, exposed videos about this girl and shit on their channel or whatever, like, I hope they know that kids are watching those videos too. Like, I got a huge eye-opener when I was talking to my younger sister about what she watches on YouTube. She watches people like this. Like, she watches the couples that do the pranks and, like, the stuff like that. So it's like, the fact that Lil Bro is in these videos does not surprise me. Like, I'm pretty sure his homies at school see all that, and that's why she apologized to her brother and stuff, like, because this is the age demographic that's consuming that content. And that's why I'm like,
Danielle's full.
Like, what the fuck?
No, seriously, like, remember right when we were about to go to Patreon and everybody thought, like, we were just, like, literally on some different shit, but, like, bro, they literally censor some, like, certain shit, but they do it like the mob. Like, they send you little signals, bro, and if you don't adhere to them bitches, they start fucking your shit up, bro, and there's literally nothing you can do once you're that far gone. So that just brings me to a bigger question, because I know we gotta move on, and I hate to come back to the shit we're not talking about tonight, but what? How quick they be to pull certain propaganda about certain people down, but then they'll let this girl look like a fucking straight up lunatic and then just let that shit marinate.
And people just bullying her, and she got roofied, she got raped,
bro, you
she
don't
got
have
fucking,
to even,
it's just like I just don't.
Real.
And she's so young. And that's why I'm just like, bro, I don't get how people can do that. But speaking of, because I did say, I'm like, bro, I am praying for her. I hope that she keeps going on the path that she is now. She seems better. But she could have killed herself. And if she would have killed herself, I know some people would have felt like complete fucking shit. And they like, bruh, it is what it is. And now all the things that me and Daniel are saying right now, people are going to be saying in the next, year and a half or so. If people keep fucking picking on this girl, she's finally doing better, and people are still picking on this fucking girl. So speaking of
so many cop cars, I think I got a video on my phone because I remember just taking a video like on Snapchat, like, what the fuck just happened? But there's so many cops. I'm like, all right, bro. They're going to see I'm out on bond. It might even look like I'm supposed to still be locked up. Because, nigga, I just bonded out like 2 days ago.
I remember that. You had, like,
you know what I'm saying?
gotten back. And I was like, what the fuck?
And I'm like, all right, fuck it. Grab that shit and I fucking jam that bitch. And then, like, right after I did that, because you can't move too much when them bitches is behind you. They put